是就是这个可以的，是 tomorrow，你看看跟 so I am interested in EVs my education. So if I have interested in EVs, awesome. EVs and actually this is for me tomorrow. Not really, but so then we speak that practice and do it. Now only did it one speak. So I'm interested in this. This is what me. It is in spectrum. I don't do stuff and do a lot of things, but I'm not crazy. I'm just so it doesn't mean literally being that we're thinking we're outside the box, thinking situations like as you can't see, stupidity, seeing having a broader angle, every path they see that my God, open to think of it as not stable, it's not in Nigeria, maybe the other enhancing it to me. To me, it just means get on and go with it. Get on with it. Go and get on with it. It doesn't mean score it. If I do the money as well, I'm a business, I'll be the same person. I really, I'll look at it and good. Um, what is my feeling that interesting. AI, so these so these are the things that this is the part that we have to just so what does neurodivergence say? Yeah. Again, I am positive in what does my neurodivergence mean? What does my neurodivergence mean? Autism just means, to me, being autistic on the spectrum means just getting on and getting with it, getting on with it. No, it's not, depending on how hard it is, it's just kind of way to get on with it. I'm also didactic. I learn it myself. So when I take a problem, I don't see, I'm mental as well, mental people are sensitive. I have one GCC in a cycle of one time I went to one day situation. The student outside I went to see it. So it was like 12 years old. I did apply my thing I think at 13 years old. At 15 years old, we were doing a review. I passed one to the years. And doing things with stuff, I just stay on the top. But I have a third one to do to do that. This is one level, A stop, and compatibility. Certified by Mensa, the Mensa, which is I think was for there was really people that knew there was to count, I don't know what it is, man, but it is there for me to come up and we just don't know, we don't know how one way I want that. It's up to you, this is different. I don't really care, I don't know what's up. Because you don't respect it, I don't really care. I have a diploma from a diploma in business and a bachelor degree from Military College. Military College. I was in Woodland IT because I never did it. So then I need to Florida, and I done my bachelor degree diploma and a bachelor degree in computer science. So I have three bachelor degrees in computer science, one in computer, one in business. I run a school, I run a position for business, for Oscar, for Java, I for India, and for the future actually, you for Bullet, etc. So you got a constitute, which is a document, legal document, organization that work and get a position, which is a physical place to go to the constitution, under the constitution, or to be happy, to be to stand to be so constitution. This is I mean this is the one down constitution for the information, which will explain the constitution is a physical place very easy just everything to be just work. So the document, some people work literally the physical place you can exist, live, breathe air, live and work. That's what you see. So, and without the human being, very good. So it's this thing. What is it for me is like so lot of problems. Because I'm on college relationship. I'm researching the real world around me, and it's still unified speech. It's still a problem for me. I have autism. And I'm proud to say I have autism. I'm a Nigerian and a American, and but I'm not proud to say I have disability. I've used the word properly, so I can use it properly. So I have autism. Yes, autism down. Autism is basically ADHD. I have ADHD. The who ADHD are the best. ADHD, if you can put information in no time, no time. So but it's easy to one, it's like a double the time and half the space. memory. Before you talk to them, you have a sequence of steps of it. If I have a talking to you right now, for a specific reason, I have double the time to talk to you, or give me the space to put to you, in my head, memory to process what I'm going to see next and half the time to go to output it. So it's an input and output relationship of space of time equals sequence. So T in double the time the space. So you usually argue in double the time how to do in different. So that's step one autism. Step one ADHD, and then step two is double the time, so it's double the time of the space. Conversation. So, I have no time to think from them. But it's just going to probably some I'm each of one. And it's in polar inverse. So polar inverse this is inverse means so you just have one polar inverse, which means you get double the time and half the space and double the time. The double the space. So half the space will be half the time to do it, and double the space over. So you go to the space and then have one a two polar inverse. So double the time, half the space. This is what computer uses to stop even it is not a problem. The problem comes from being bipolar or tripolar. I'm tripolar, so people with bipolar don't have problems. So we don't have problems with EDG as well also in Africa. But people that are tripolar can develop Asperger's syndrome, which I believe Asperger's is where people start doing. It is not a disease. Asperger's, the symptom of Asperger's, is got dyspraxia, dyslexia, which is the learning difficulty, dyslexia, which is learning disability. I don't have dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia either. I would say I don't have those things. I drop dead, it will shock me. But I know when I say it was like so. I don't have Asperger's in that sense of the word. I'm a motor person. I like to do things first. So I don't let anybody intervene in my doing. I don't sense. I don't touch. I don't make it tell me what I do. I let you give me the product and let me interact with it. Even with the phone, I want you to give me the product and let me just see for myself. How to use an app or drawing app like Canva. I want to see how to use it first. So the playgrounds is what we use to write code before we get to the IDE. Because so that's what I call open motor. Because I am motor first. I like to use a go open sense. So basically, we get I have it's human rights. So I claim I have, but it's not negotiable for me to have less than that. So 8 plus 8 is 16 because I can see stuff. I can see stuff like this. So I can see stuff here, I'm not able to. But if my vision is too bright, it starts to fill my eyes. So that's the two states of if I have one human right, I have a negative human. If I have one human right, I have an opposite human right. I have an over one human. I have the human to see stuff. I have human the light cannot into my eyes. What the intensity of light is maximum. So they'll degrade my visual cortex at the back of my head. So that's kind of the problem with kind of people that are dyslexia and dyslexic, because the information becomes too much to comprehend from one thing to the supervisor to another thing. I can fix myself. If I fix myself, as long as it's hurting, is that the pain, it stings too much. The pain thing, you get pain threshold, you get sense threshold too. But the pain threshold is that the way the sensory, there's no pain, you get the sensory threshold. And so this is what the problem really is, both for people with dyslexia and dyslexia. Because dyslexia is about actually doing stuff. Dyspraxia is dropping the keys, dropping your stuff, but nobody start of the just being you can't go to the next stuff you're doing. So you can't do it in sequences or series. This is like a mixed sequence of initial sequences. Over type one and type two, ADHD. So I know what's going on with people too, because I've been here for too long. So you can see what I just said that I'm lying. I'm lying. My data model allows you to have something like a surface they can track with. No matter what is bubbling, you must preserve the person's integrity. The person this is really annoying me. I don't know what I'm playing now, but I don't want to get intervene. So, so I'm gonna just. I love this like right now. So this is tinnitus, but it's into. I love this kind of thing. It's basically Yeah, so that's latest relief. So I really love them. Now it's more. So that's what just happened. For example, because I didn't like that sound with tinnitus, but it was too sensory. It's still getting a bit, but the tinnitus sound was too much for my ears to handle. My sense to process what it is. But I know the sense can help me to mean. So I just read the volume of the tinnitus sound. This is tinnitus relief sound. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. It sounds like a robot, but it's not harming me. It's just not comprehensible. It starts to hurt my sense of navigation, my sense of what the meaning is. 'Cause I can interpret that meaning as something that's coherent. It starts being decoherent. It starts being like noise. Noise it starts being like something that doesn't make sense in the framework I know of. But it's not making sense to me because I don't understand. If I understand everything there, it's going too fast, too rapidly. It's making too little sense for what it is. So that's what I'm giving. So I have ADHD, type 1, type 2, and type 2. I can switch between type 1 and 2 computationally, so I can do it properly on a computer too. But on the fly system, I'm saying. Then you got a triple. So you can call me Mr. Uche, Eze, and Obi. So let's start with Mr. Uche. So Uche is knowledge. U for umbrella, C for Charlie, H for ham, E for echo. Uche means knowledge in Igbo. Eze is E for echo, which is high to low tone. Eze, not Eze, Eze. So Eze. So Eze means E for echo, Z for zebra, E for echo means king. And OB, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for idiom is heart. So these are three projects I work on these three axes. But these are three people. It means tripolar. It's not a disease. It's never been a disease. And we have bipolar people. I don't believe I don't know. If I claim I'm a tripolar man, what's my proof? For me, I have three distinct realities. I believe tripolar is not a disease because if you can live, you can die. If you can live, you can die. But if one said you will live, that means you lost a dimension. So I believe it's more of an enhancement of people's realities in like kind of worst case, because I can die, yes, but what does that mean to die? That means I lose myself. Which is what I mean. I can lose Uche, Eze, and Obi, and I will never have the capability anymore of in that kind of sense of the word. But I don't believe that you should have a quadruple. I don't believe in quadruple. I believe that's what this is a quadruple that they should be looking into for medication because I'm not quadruple. So because I'm tripolar, if I say quadruple, that means I can access time. I can be in the time dimension. But I can be in time already as a tripolar because there's X, Y, Z. There's three axes to our dimension, in our dimension, But the more dimensions you have access to in a plane of existence you are in, the more God you are. So you can go back in time. You can go back in time. But you just have to think about that. Because I say to people, I am here and now, in time. The space I hold in this space, the space I hold is not time. I can remember yesterday fully, perfectly, picture perfectly. But I have to play. I can remember them as pictures, not pictures, as a video recording. What you call this video? I can remember this video, and it's not like because I remember myself doing stuff. I remember myself. Let's say I'm tripolar. So if Uche remembers it, and he was in this room, because he is in this room, then and Eze was watching him from outside the door. He is there, both different places. But Eche is gone out. Uche is just in here. So no, 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 no. So I'm saying to you, it's not that there's disability, it is that there's a sense of self, three sense of self that have three realities, and that is what you don't control. For me, I manage this with a journal. And my journal is basically me, myself, and I. I write in third person. I love about us, we, us. Because us is the reality I share, and things I describe you cannot comprehend. So it is best for us to negotiate on a journal for people that are neurodivergent, because that's what works for me. If you're bipolar, have three journals. Three journals because I have four journals because I have something I'm not sure of too. Because if I have one side, if I have one journal, I have something I'm writing in my other journal. But I write in two journals. I have two, three. I have four journals, because if they are, I believe could trouble is having a four sides. It's not a problem if they have five journals, but document five realities of them and what they all share. So if I share one file, what does I can have? I don't have but I have every day I go on my I have a vlog. a vlog on my YouTube channel. I have a video. I have a physical diary on pencil. I have so much stuff going for me, and I track I track what's going on, in my head, so I can come back to the state of here now. I can be Mars mentally if I go if I find a rocket on the Earth in the metaphysical, which is the mind. But I am not going to do that because I'm here now. But I can do that. So if a bipolar can be two places and one places, I can be here in this little space, and I can be in my mom's house, because the doors let me go through. Because I can just walk out this door, right? I'm open it, walk out, remember everything, how to get there with my mind, and be in my mom's house if I want to be, and see what they're doing. That's what that means. If I start losing the dimension with myself, I can become someone else. Someone is taking my dimension. That means they're trying to kill me. And I know because I become there in the physical. I become physical. I can start observing their reality because I am dying in the place we all shared. Because I'm tripolar, I am three-person. Polar means axis, polar axis. Think I am three-person that have three distinct realities I share. And, that's how I've always been. And I've been documenting this. So in Nigeria, they don't call it a disability, it calls it difference. Because the doctor will never treat you for this. They will never, ever, by law, treat you for your neurodivergence unless you prove it's a problem. It's not a problem. We have a problem in Nigeria. We don't have neurodivergent people. We have reablement. So that's what we have. That's what will be. That's what we have reablement. You can't treat people for disease. If someone lost the leg, you can reable them. But we don't have social care. We have reablement. We have reablement services. So I want to be reable to do what I want to do, but I don't want to be in UK to do. We don't have reablement. And we have social care. So I always ask them, we don't have that. We don't care. We don't care about. The goal of this is basically to prove myself because I have autism, ADHD, Asperger's. I'm trying, but basically because I'm tripolar. Asperger's, I believe, my hypothesis emerges that Asperger's comes from the kind of the kind of dyspraxia, the kind of if Uche wants to walk somewhere, you can have conflict, with by two or three people. So the conflict is conflict of and basically, if I'm saying something and Uche Eze intervenes, then I ask Uche, Uche, he wields the pen. He's this brainy one. Eze, if the brainy one, Uche, who's a sword? Eze has a sword. He has a sword, and that sword can use to cut some murder or something. But Eze is basically a soldier, because he's a man now. Uche is a scientist, and Obi is the one that exists in the metaphysical. So my business of constitutional model, OBI, nexus, meaning connections, happiness have three kind of qualities that only gets adopted. Knowledge, power, knowledge king, and heart, the soul of the system. That grounds it, that makes it so stable. Because stability is not optional for a system that entitled on itself. So the kind of polar axis I have is like it's basically so you have three axes. To achieve a three-triangle system that maps like a triangle. So if you have the foundation here, what here? Is it the heart? No, the heart is the opposite. So the heart, basically, you have to flip it. So the foundation has to allow the axis to point outwards. So it's like this foundation here Uche and Eze here, but they have to cross the triangle model and they have to protect themselves to so it's no negotiable for me to go back to Nigeria. It's no because I have instability here. I have no, because I can be in Nigeria. I've been to my mom. As a matter of fact, I've been to my dad's compound. And when I was a child, I've seen my mom's laptop that she kept for me, which is a Dell. It's a Dell laptop she kept for me, and I've seen my schoolwork. I still have that. I've seen my rotor phone, my rotor red phone, but I didn't have my rotor red phone, my red rotor phone, which is like a spinning phone that I had the chance to call my friends in Imo State to cut their hair. Because I used to go to Imo State, which is not Newi and which is a compound. Because I love being with my dad because my dad was doing this job. Don't do this job. Because that kind of system there. Then we got dyspraxia. So dyslexia is about the mind functioning through computer and stuff. But it's not about computation. It's about thinking. Wait, is it about probing? No. Let me think about dyslexia. So you got dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia. I don't. I have Because if I have dyslexia, I would not have a bachelor's degree. I would not have a GCSE. I would not have that. If I had that, I know people have dyslexia. But they're saying to me, I have dyslexia. But you can't make me believe I have dyslexia. You cannot make me believe it. I only have to acknowledge that. Because that's what we do in Nigeria. You cannot tell me I have dyslexia when I'm literally part of Mensa 2%. If you tell me that, I'll be surprised. But you cannot tell me in your framework, in any kind of framework, you can tell me I have dyslexia. But I say, fine, let that be it. Let that be what's there in your framework. But my framework, we don't have that disability, and that is why I don't have dyslexia. Dyslexia means you are disabled. But if you tell some, if you tell a child they're disabled and they stop being disabled, they'll be disabled. The child, this developer to acknowledge their reality. They haven't seen the reality fully. I haven't seen the reality fully. They will not say that until they really explore the reality. So that's what we're taught to do in Nigeria. We're not taught that they're here in the UK. And then we go dyslexia, we go dyspraxia. So dyspraxia is really the one that's infamous. But dyspraxia, also dyspraxia, because it's one about walking. So I get up now and I walk one way. So if I have a walk cycle and I walk like a king, I just do this. I'm walking on my legs and showing. So I am walking technically myself, but I believe dyslexia is just a disease of the organization of the bipolar mind, or the polar mind, because the polar mind is which is not, but it's not a disease. It's just it's just the fact that the mind does not know there's two people in there, two relationship. Sometimes if I look like a king sometimes, and then I look like a scientist, then I have to sometimes work, and then I look like a scientist, and then listen, while I'm working with the scientist, people don't recognize me, from their angle. Who is working? But if you think about it, just walking along, how do scientists work? I don't know. But let me see a scientist work like this. Let's look at the scientist here. Scientist does, has a man on the back, and then I'm looking at this, the scientist. This is like the future of mine. This is what I'm a scientist here, but I'm now with my hands to show you that the human has, I'm an old scientist, but I'm with my hands. I don't need my other hand. The system persona in game. You see, but the kind of people don't understand that people can have two ways to interpret information. This interpretation is not a thing. Like I look at this a soldier and scientist, but it's not a soldier. I can this a soldier walks all the bottom. So that could be a thing in this position. A thing with a sword. But this is the other one. That's the soldier one. So basically that's Ezra's one actually. So Ezra can do this. He has a sword. The path with a sword, and there's no good sword, because she was kind of business. We can't, Ezra can look at this too. Ezra can look at this too. So even if he's in position to walk in it, one hand behind his back, and one hand with a sword, or we're going to shake with a sword. When he shakes your hand, you're okay. Ezra can shake your hand. But that means he lowers his hand here. And you are fine. And then you put his dagger in his pocket and then shakes your hand properly with two hands up. When the hand behind his back is literally the persona, you're moving safely, without being anyone being in the way. There's no condition of the man. It's literally just you. Someone pushing yourself there which you perform it. So I will go backwards now, safely instead. I don't have to show you again how to do it. If anyone wants to how to work, which will look at this. Moving his arm, swinging one arm forward and forward. Because he doesn't need to shake. Unless he wants to then shake, he gets his left hand, you look at my left hand in my pocket. Well, this is the scientist in my pocket. Oh yes, hello. I'm just what in my pocket? All by my side, I'm swinging the wrong one forward, I'm swinging my this way I'm gonna go. Well, swinging is a very good thing to walk. It makes you walk properly, it makes you walk where you want to do. It's authentic walking style. It's not moving your legs. It's moving how you want to be. So how you want to be extend yourself. For example, I am motor first. I will be communicating. I just showed you motor first. Motor first, motor only. So now you can see my legs. So what my legs do, I just do it poorly. So my legs are so if I do this, but I am not running. I am just being okay. But people can't recognize me if I'm not walking. They look at me how it's trying to go. But I have seen to you that the kind of thing I'm saying to you is that as a scientist, I am a king, one of the back, I am not a threat. Well, I want to attack you. But it's just authentic walking pattern that makes you look in a different way. That's two ways. We have to do Obi doesn't need to walk, Obi floats. He's a king, his heart floats. But Obi makes sure that they are walking, you can't tell Obi how culture, Obi is evidence. He's the one that loves everything, he can be contract, he can be trust, he can be everything safe. People lie to Mr. Obi and Lambi. You can lie to him, you can try, but he has the power to make you forget who you are. This is you. So those are three realities that I share. Three realities I share. I am not disabled. If I had dysphaxia, I would have fallen down right now. I did not fall down. I did not. Because I know that I can walk differently. I can learn to even develop my own walking style. It's not disability in any single form. It's just a way of being authentic and expressing your persona, development. This persona needs to be not static, it's dynamic, and if you try to cram someone into a box, into someone they don't fit, you're gonna have some problems. Whether it's medication or not, you're gonna have a problem. With the children or something like that, there's more problems. You have problems at the end of the day, and you have dyslexia. Dyslexia is not this is basically dyspraxia for the mind. But basically, if you have an idea and it's something away, you have an epiphany. That's what dyslexia is. You don't know who's gonna talk, who has the idea in your head. So you are having dyslexia, something stuff. Basically, dyslexia is basically someone forgetting their whole idea, epiphany, because there's two or more people in the domain of space and time. If you and your friend are doing a test and you are screaming, if you have dyslexia, so have dyslexia, it's me and my friend that were like in Nigeria, we were doing this kind of test, and he was speaking over me. A, B, C, like a children do, And he was saying, yes, I got the answer. I said, what's the answer? I said, I forget my answer. But he got the answer. So I lost, but I'm losing track. But I love that guy, he's my friend. But he was screaming. He was telling me, we were children, we were playing with each other. But he's like, I never had dyslexia, which I still complete my paper. But it wasn't screaming, he was talking to me, my test, my test, we were doing tests on paper, we were doing kind of quiz, but quiz test. But just with the paper, and I was asking questions about the test, but he was just doing stuff above him, and making me using to forget myself. But I forget myself, yeah, and I made him forget himself. There's no point in the medication because I understand that the medication was needed if we don't forget, but they didn't make sense. I didn't get the answers. I didn't forget the answers. I just forgot. I just started ignoring information, and I can start ignoring the wrong information based on. So I started ignoring him. I forgot him, and I was able to do the test perfectly. And anybody that came to me and said that says yes, no, no. I said, oh yes, I've seen it before. I've already recognized that he's trying to distract me from the test. I'm not distracted by the system around me. I am distracted by something stopping me from what I want to do. You can't force someone to do something that's not in their interest. Because their interest will not acknowledge for them at the end of the goal. So I don't have disability. I don't. I would never do. I'm just evolving my personality. My personality just keeps evolving who I am. So I'm not, I am here physically, but I can be somewhere else and where I want to be. In the metaphysical, which is my mind. Metaphysical just means my mind. I can take my mind somewhere else, in the past, in the future. And that's what being tripolar means to me. Thank you guys for watching the video. Yes, this is a video that's about music tomorrow. I would like to play a review. Thank you very much.